Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be working on this PlayStation 4 FAT which has been sent in. This has been sent in by a customer because he's attempted a repair on it and unfortunately he's made it worse. So it's been sent to me for repair. I'll go over the description in a minute because it's quite long, but essentially the TLDR with this is that he's broken the disk drive daughter board and he's obviously not got the capability to fix it himself, so he sent it to me for repair. So with that being said, my name's Hakko, I'm an electronics technician. I mainly work on games consoles, but I do work on other stuff as well. So if that's the sort of stuff you're into, be sure to get subscribed and turn on the bell notifications, so that way you don't miss any future videos. If you do want to organise a repair, you can get in touch at www.thecoded.repair. You can send me an email if you've got a question about the repair process or if you need to request a quote, or you can just book it in and send it over as well. If you need parts and supplies for these, I do sell them on my online store at consolefix.shop, and all of the links will be in the video description to that as well. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. Today's video is sponsored by PCBWay. Whether you've got a simple project that requires a quick mod board or you want to launch your own products to the world, PCBWay can help. With fantastic pricing on multi-layer PCBs, flex PCBs, 3D printing and even laser cutting solutions, you're sure to get everything you need all in one place. Custom PCBs start from just $5 for a 1 to 2 layer board with a fast 24-hour build time and free shipping on orders over $30. PCBWay are also proud to announce their new aluminium PCBs which start at just $120 per square metre. Check out what PCBWay have to offer by clicking on the link in the video description or the top pinned comment and get your project started today. Thanks again to PCBWay for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to the repair. Alright, so it says on the notes here, it says, so to start at the beginning, I was cleaning my PS4 because it was getting pretty noisy, but me being the donut I am, I ended up screwing into the wrong spot on the daughter board and now it's not working. Didn't realise everything was serialised together. I also tried using a disk drive from another broken PS4 because I thought that'd swap, silly me, and found out the hard way that it doesn't work like that either. I attempted to swap the chips from the broken PS4's disk motherboard to my working one, but I realised quickly that I didn't have enough knowledge, experience, or the equipment to do this. The broken PS4's fans have stopped running. Oh, that's a second one. So he sent two in, and I'll be doing a separate video on that one. But basically the TLDR here is that he accidentally screwed into the wrong spot on the board and unfortunately destroyed the daughter board. So yeah, apparently according to this, everything works apart from I think the disk drive. So yeah, we're going to turn it on and just obviously, you know, check out the symptoms and stuff first, and then we'll get to actually trying to fix the thing. So yeah, quite an interesting one. It's a little bit different. Not many people are sending in PlayStation 4s at the minute. They don't cost much these days to buy, and obviously a lot of people don't want to pay the repair costs for them. I spoke to the customer in person on this, or rather on the phone, and he said this one means a lot to him, so he wants it fixing. I did just hear the disk drive try and fire up, so yeah, something is going on with it. Yeah, it thinks it's trying to insert a disk at all times, and obviously if we press on the touch button for the disk drive, it's not working. So yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say on that really. So let's just get it apart. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, I am uploading a video every single day in December. It's December the 5th today, 5th or 4th, I don't know, 5th I think. Yes, Thursday the 5th of December. So this is going to be video number 5 for the month. I'm doing one every day this month, so be sure to get subscribed. And if you are already subscribed and you don't get notifications, just unsubscribe and resubscribe, because YouTube's algorithm messes up and it stops sending people notifications if they miss like 1 or 2 videos. You know, if they're not interested in 1 or 2 videos, YouTube will think, oh no, they don't want to watch this channel anymore, and they'll stop sending notifications. So yeah, just check and see if the notifications are on, if you wouldn't mind. And yes, my desk is a mess. It's been very, very busy, especially on the store over the past few days. And yeah, I've just shipped up 10 parcels to send out in about 45 minutes. So hopefully I can get this console done in less than that. If not, I'll have to pause the video. Alright, so let's take a look here, shall we? I'm just going to take off this plate here. I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. There we are. So yeah, the disk drive on these is fairly easy to get into. They always are on PlayStations actually. Well, PlayStation 4 onwards. Let's just take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna just unplug this. I'll worry about the actual disk drive in a minute. Let's just take a look at this daughter board. Okay, that actually looks okay. I'm wondering where the damage is. I'll inspect that under the microscope. Let me just get the rest of the disk drive out because we're going to need to take a look at that as well. So there's a sensor on the bottom of the disk drive, and if that sensor's damaged, well, then it's going to think that it's trying to take in a disk. So we need to take a look at that. There's a screw missing there, but that's fine. I can replace a screw, not an issue. So I'll just get rid of the console itself. Not really interested in that right now. It does need some new rollers. We can sort that out later. These rollers are a little bit iffy by the look of it. I'm going to put some gloves on because my table's a bit sticky. I've just had to rebuild 4 SSD controllers back to back on the first store orders. And yeah, there's a bit of flux and stuff on my desk. I haven't cleaned it properly yet. I haven't had time to clean up today, I'm going to be honest. So yeah, the workbench is a bit of a mess, but it is what it is. You know, it's Christmas, it's a busy time. I'm very busy. I just haven't got time to clean. So I'm just going to put some gloves on instead, because I've just washed my hands. Okay, let's have a look. Well, I would if I didn't forget the screws. There we are. Alright, so what are we dealing with here? That mechanism seems perfectly fine. So there might be an issue with these 2 buttons here. So we've got two switches here, and basically when you've got the disk drive in like this, you got a little mechanism just here, right? This little cog, and when you insert a disc, it'll push that, and that in turn pushes the mechanism, right? Sorry, the mechanism pushes the switch. So this turns like that, pushes that switch, that one goes in, and then when it gets all the way around to this switch just here, if you can see that, when it gets around to this switch, it knows that it's at the end of the runner. So basically, when that switch is fully pushed in, it knows that the disc is fully inserted, and then it'll basically tell the console to eject the disc rather than insert it, right? So they're not too complicated in how they work. So you've obviously got like a plastic ridge here, and that hits these buttons. So it could be something to do with that, but this board here, this is changeable. That's absolutely fine. That's not an issue. One issue we've got is the rollers are very scratched and damaged. It's hard to see that, but they're not in great condition, so it's going to need some new rollers. So I'll just pop that to one side, and let's have a look at this daughter board here for the disk drive. Okay, I can see some signs of something sticky there, some sort of residue. I don't know if that's flux or not. I'm not seeing any damage to the board itself. Yeah, this is a strange one. So we've got this IC here, this Renesas IC. This is the disk drive. Well, it's basically the CPU for the disk drive. It's the controller. Yes, that doesn't look like factory flux, but it looks like it's soldered fine. So I don't understand what the problem could be here. I'm wondering if his issue is purely down to the disk drive being faulty or not, and not the actual Renesas. Those solder joints look absolutely fine to me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to check inside the box because there's another console there. I'm just going to check and see if there's another daughter board inside there because I didn't actually look. And no, I've just checked inside the box. There's no other daughter board there, so this has to be the original. I do have a donor board here. So I've got a donor board there with obviously no Renesas on it. So I can use that to swap this chip over, and try that. So I'm going to remove this chip from this daughter board. This is the BDP025, the daughter board for this. Got my hot air at 440 degrees, 40% airflow. Not going to take much to remove this chip because it is a very thin board. There we are. So I've removed that from that board. I'm going to drop it onto here. I'll partially solder this down and then I'll add some flux. Okay, that's soldered. I'm just going to run the iron across with some leaded solder. This is the part you're going to be very careful with. You need to make 100% sure that you don't leave any bridges when you do come to soldering this on. This is a very crucial chip and it cannot be replaced. You can swap the board itself, but you can't swap the actual chip. You have to transfer it. They are paired to one console and one console only. They will not work with any other console. So I like to use the drag method to make sure we get a nice even spread of solder, and then I'll come in and tap each pin. And this remaining solder that's on a blob there, I'm going to use that on the rest of these pins. So I'll just keep coming in with the iron, tapping that and transferring it to other pins. So I'm going to just make sure we've got a nice contact on each pin now. So I'll just zoom in basically, look up close. Make sure we've got no bridges. Well, we have got bridges, but I'll just take care of them. Probably need to wick some of these away. Let's just clean this all up. Nope, we've got some bridges, which is why we're cleaning it up, so as we can see. Okay, let's just dry this off. Just keep using IPA just to wash it off and get all of the flux from underneath as well. So I'll just use IPA, dry it, scrub it, dry it, scrub it, dry it, scrub it, etc. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to inspect all of these up close. Just making certain we've got no bridges. I know that all of these pins are going to be soldered. I can visibly see that there's enough solder on each one. And yeah, those solder joints look beautiful. I'm happy with that. Okay, so this is now the new working board, or what should be working board. So if we look on the other side of the board, we've got the motor controller just here. And we've also got some fuses nearby. So if I just get that into focus and try and not be a terrible YouTuber today. Let's just have a look at these fuses on my donor board, make sure that they're good. So meter in continuity mode. I'll check F203 just there. That's good. Let's check F201. That's good. Okay. F202 I don't think is present on this board. F501 is fine. And I think that is all. Don't think there's any more I can check on this board. So yeah, that's good. Hopefully that's good to go in terms of the daughter board. So let's worry about rollers and stuff later on, shall we? Just drop this plate back on. There we are. I'll just drop that in line there, and then we're going to take this repaired daughter board, plug in power, let's pop that there. There we go. Okay, let's pop the power in this and just give it a test. Not worried about anything else right now. Just worried about the disk drive, obviously. Okay, we get a beep now from the disk drive daughter board. Okay, it's powering on. It doesn't think there's a disc in there, which is good. So, because this is not screwed down, I've obviously had to put it upside down, so we're going to put a disc in upside down as well. So far so good. Awesome. And guess what? FIFA 16. Let's take that disc out. It's FIFA 16. It's got the disc loading icon. You can't really see it there. We've got HDCP stuff on this, and I don't have a micro USB cable to hand to turn it off. But that is working. Let's just try one more disc, the Elder Scrolls, just for confirmation. Loading the disc. There we go. Elder Scrolls. Fantastic. That was a nice easy repair. I am super happy about that. Obviously the daughter board that's been put on there is probably faulty, or it could have had some bridges or something on there on the chip itself. Honestly, I really didn't look at it too closely. I've got stacks of these donor boards lying around. Well, I think I have. So obviously just changing the daughter board, you know, that's going to make the most sense in terms of how long it's going to take. Obviously this has taken, I mean, I've been recording for 36 minutes, and I went back into the house and looked for the you know, look for an extra daughter board and stuff. I've gone through the intro and all of that jazz with the video and stuff like that. And yeah, this console's working, so around about 20 minutes, and this console's good to go. So all that's left to do for this is just to give it a service and stuff, and obviously, you know, put it back together, get it ready to go back to the customer, and happy days. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Obviously, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I'll always do my best to answer. This one was obviously a really straightforward repair. I'll be charging a standard bench fee for this of £40 plus the cost of a daughter board. I think you can pick the daughter boards up for around about £5 to £10. So yeah, probably like £45 for this repair. Really not expensive at all. When you consider, you know, the console's value, still worth around about £100. So yeah, happy days. I'm really, really happy. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.